Hello, welcome to Chinta Statistics Department. So today we will be solving a really interesting problem. The problem is all revolving around the linear regression part. But the interesting idea about this is that in normal linear regression, what we do is that we take the errors to be normally distributed, okay? But here the error is something different. So this is the problem from ISI MSTAT 2020, the seventh problem of the PSB part. And this distribution, this corresponding distribution, what you're seeing over here, is actually called the Laplace distribution, okay? It just looks like the same like normal. It looks same like normal, but it's sort of, I'm so sorry for this bad diagram, but yeah. So it's normal is like this, but here it's in a different form, okay? Here it's like this, sort of not differentiable at the same region of normal, okay? I mean the error is 0. So here, so Laplace, it's usually denoted by L mu comma lambda over here. Here the mu is 0. So let's see what is the idea. So the essential problem revolves, it's a linear regression problem, as I have told, since one parameter only is there. And the problem asks you that, tells you that you have y1, y2, yn, okay, and you have x1, x2, xn. So x1, x2, xn are positive, okay, it's written over there. It's important. You will see why it's important in later half of the problem solving part. And what we are asked over here, that we have the corresponding equation yi is equal to, it's a bad color, yi is equal to beta xi plus not the single error term but error terms times the xi, okay? So sort of we can sort of understand that here it's sort of, it's a linear regression in terms of yi by xi, okay? So what is that? Is the following, that implies that yi by xi is beta plus epsilon I. Okay, so let's see like what is there for us. Let's try to understand how to approach this one. So first part of the problem, first part of asks that what is the least square estimate of beta, okay? And the second part asks what is the least square estimate of the maximum likelihood estimate of beta, okay? So let's see. So the least square estimate of beta, the least square estimate of beta is the following. So how to find a least square estimate? We will find the following way, but so you should ask yourself always that why these two equations. As you know, if xi, this epsilon I follows normal, the least square estimates will be same as the maximum likelihood estimate, right? But here it follows Laplace distribution. Before that, let's see a property of the Laplace distribution. So if x is a Laplace distribution, let's say mu comma lambda, then kx plus c follows Laplace. So this is sort of the, the mean and the standard deviation. So it follows k mu plus c, and the standard deviation will be k lambda, modulus of k lambda. But here we should take, if you take a k positive, it's that, therefore like this only. Yeah, so lambda is also greater than 0. So this is the idea. So we should use this result over here. What is the result? The result is that kx plus c follows Laplace k mu plus c comma k lambda. Okay, if x follows Laplace mu lambda. So this is the result we are going to use. Very good. So let's move ahead towards the problem. So we have been given the distribution of Laplace. So how can I verify? You can verify this by normal way of solving it. Okay? It's really easy to understand if you understand mu and lambda, the corresponding mean and the standard deviation. So we are given yi is equal to beta xi plus epsilon I xi are greater than 0. Okay, and therefore let's try to find the least square estimates. Okay, it's simple. So the for LS OLS estimate, it's independent of the distribution of the epsilon I. So let's try to find it. So it's simple, right? It's simple like this: yi by minus beta xi by xi, this is the error term, whole square, summation over I from 1 to n. This is the loss function as we've discussed in the classes. Even if you don't, even if you're not a student of Chinta statistics, we have like what we do in the linear regression is that we see the sum of the squares of the errors, right? So that's why we're also doing the same manner. So therefore, if you this is the L of beta, if you differentiate the L of beta, what will you get? So del L beta by del beta, you will, if you get 0, you will get summation of 1 to n twice of yi by xi will be staying common, and that thing minus beta, so it's, I mean, it will be just this, okay, because since we're doing this to beta, minus will be there, so it will be 0. So what we are getting from here, we are sort of getting that beta hat is equal to summation of yi by xi, y from 1 to n. Okay, we have got beta to be this one. Is it fine? I hope it's everything is fine with you. And what we have done here, we have just did the derivative with respect to 0, and we have found out that beta is just that summation. But there is a problem over here. It's beta hat will be 1 by n. That was I was thinking over it, because it will be n beta. Okay, it will turn out that it will be giving that summation 2 will be going out. So summation of yi by xi will be equal to n beta. So therefore, beta hat will be equal to 1 by n of that. So sort of, if you replace, if you understand this, the essential equation is in terms of xi by yi by xi, which is zi. To write in terms of that, it's same as beta plus epsilon I. Okay, so this beta will be just z bar, right? That's the idea. So this is the first idea. It will be z bar because that's the best possible estimate. So we get that beta hat is equal to the z bar. Okay, that is the mean of yi by xi, because the essential equation is in terms of yi by xi is equal to beta plus epsilon I. This is the most important part of the understanding of the whole video. Okay, so let's go on to the next part, the MLE part. So the MLE part is really simple again. So if you see zi is equal to yi by xi is equal to beta plus epsilon I. Now this epsilon I follows Laplace what? 0 comma lambda over here. So therefore zi follows what? It follows Laplace beta comma lambda. Simple, right? It follows Laplace beta comma lambda, and if you just see beta hat, if you want to find beta hat, what do? Beta hat, if you want to find, you have to, so beta hat MLE I mean. So you have to first find the L of the L beta. So this is the likelihood ratio, L beta comma zi, okay? We should solve the data. So that L beta, previous L beta was a loss function. This L, so I should write it as L curl, say L curl of beta. This is the likelihood, okay? And the previous one was loss function. This was the loss function, the ordinary least square method. And if you observe this, this is turning out to be what? It's like probability of the zi's. So product of the densities of the zi's rather. So it will turn out product of. So if you remember the corresponding distribution, it's 1 by 2 lambda. Okay, e to the power minus, you see the distribution, e to the power minus modulus of, so fx follows modulus of x by lambda. Okay, so this is the idea, but here is a beta, it should be x minus beta. Okay, that's an interesting part. So it should be x minus beta because the mean is beta. So it just looks like normal only, but there is a square over there. There is no square over here. Okay. So therefore, what do we get? We get the following. We get that it's equal to product of 1 to n f of zi. That is therefore it's same as 1 by 2 to the power 2 lambda whole to the power n e to the power minus summation of xi minus beta I from 1 to n by lambda. Now, lambda is greater than 0. Okay, and therefore what we can tell is that it should be zi. I'm so sorry. It should be zi. And what we can tell over here is that therefore to maximize L curl of beta, the likelihood we have to minimize the summation of I from 1 to n zi minus beta by lambda. This lambda is positive, so essentially we can ignore that, and therefore we have to minimize this. Now there's a result that you can minimize this if at, so this quantity is minimized at beta hat MLE is equal to the median of zi's. Okay, that is all the zi's. So therefore we got that beta hat OLS is same as the z bar and beta hat MLE is the median of z bar. So this is a beautiful part zi, okay. This is a beautiful part of this problem, and it's just playing around with the ideas of OLS square. So essentially if you have defined, so think about, so the food for thought is that if you have defined loss function as modulus, that modulus, summation of modulus instead of squares. The ordinary least square includes the squares as the loss function. If you include modulus, the OLS will all, like in that case, the loss function will be minimized. We have got a beta hat OLS as z median. Okay, so prove that idea. It's simple, and that's the idea. So if you think of, I mean, that is a beautiful idea. So for the least square, the square loss function is connected to the normal, and the median, and the modulus loss function, the absolute loss function is connected to the Laplace distribution. Okay, and both of them look same. So if this is a normal, Laplace looks like this. Okay, so it's central about the median, mean, and it's almost similar. It's just Laplace the point of non-differentiable. That's a beautiful idea. Okay, so see you in the next video, guys, and stay tuned and stay blessed, and show your ideas and the food for thought. Express your thoughts in the comment section. Bye bye.